Hi, and welcome to the Infinitely Beautiful Hair Clinic. Yes, please have a seat. How are you today? Good? Great. So, I hear that you are in today through a friend's recommendation? Yeah? Yes, absolutely. A very loyal customer of ours. You're extra welcome. Great. So do you have any questions about what it is we do here, or do you feel like you're pretty informed through your friend? Of course, sure. Let me do a quick introduction. So we're here today to examine and analyze your hair health and talk about any concerns that you have about your hair health. I will then do an examination of your hair, and through examining your hair, I can talk to you about any of those concerns that I mentioned. And we can also have a look at your general scalp health. I'll do a scalp examination also, if that's okay with you, because it helps us understand not just the condition of your hair, but also the roots of your hair. I'll do a general health consultation in terms of your nutrition and general health. And then afterwards, we'll try and determine your hair type, any of the relevant conditions that we discover about your hair. And at the end, I will recommend some products that you can purchase today or feel free to take with you as a consultation from us and purchase yourself later. How does that sound? Great. Perfect. So the entire consultation should take about 15 to 20 minutes. Is that okay with you? Do you have enough time? Lovely. And please feel free to sit back and feel comfortable. There's no need to be concerned. Everything that we do today should be quite relaxing for you. And we'll try to keep the mood pretty calm since I know it's been a long day. Great. Sure. So my qualifications in particular, I come from a background of nutrition as well as dermatology. So I combine this method, I've created this method here at the clinic that combines the ideas of what we put in our bodies as well as the condition of our skin and how it relates to our health. So as well as the skin consultation today, we generally also offer, the hair consultation today, thank you for your correction. We also offer skin consultations. We also do relaxation treatments specifically targeted toward your individual nutritional needs. Yeah, but today let's focus on your hair, okay? Perfect, so are you ready to get started? Great. So tell me, what brings you in today? Okay, Alright, some dryness. That's quite normal. Yeah. And what impact has it had on you? Right. Okay, so your hair used to be quite supple in the past, but you're finding it a little bit dry now and you'd like to examine why that is. Fine. Of course, we can do that. Sure. So do you mind if we get started with a quick hair examination? So I'll get a bit closer to you, have a look at your hair, just see what we're working with, and we'll take it from there. Is that okay? Perfect. So let's have a look here. You have very beautiful hair. Yeah, I can see a bit of dry ends here. Let's have a look. The length is very impressive. How often do you cut your hair? Yeah, okay. It is very shiny and supple for, compared to what I normally see. Do you mind if I brush it just a little bit? Fine, okay, good. The reason we do that, by the way, is I'll just brush the ends here. The reason we do that is because by brushing your hair, by the way, I use this wooden brush made of bamboo. By the way, I'll give this to you at the end because it is an individual clean brush for every customer. so you can keep that. It's very good for distributing the natural oils from the scalp down to your hair, so it will help in your condition as well, although I didn't know that that would be your main complaint when you arrived. It's just something that we give all our customers. Right, so back to why we're brushing. The reason for that is when we brush the hair, especially at the ends here, we're able to see any particular signs of breakage or brittleness. Make sense? Great. Let me try a slightly bigger brush. I have a paddle brush here, also made of bamboo. We try to keep our products natural wherever possible. So I'll just take a slightly bigger section of your hair and see how it is. So I'm not seeing worrying signs of breakage or anything like that. I do see you have a bit of knotted hair, and that could definitely have something to do with the dryness. When you brush your hair, do you normally experience any issues brushing it? Okay. And what do you do for that? I see. Okay. So generally, I can see that you have pretty sturdy hair. There's quite a lot of it. It's not thin. And so that's a good sign. But let me have a look a bit more closely and examine your scalp, if that's okay. So I'll just put some gloves on for hygiene, if that's right with you. And these are non-static, so they're not going to cause any irritation to your scalp. I saw in your chart that our nurse brought to me that you have a latex allergy. Yeah, it's quite common. No worries at all. So I'll get a bit close to you now, and I'm going to examine your scalp and almost do a bit of a massage, just to understand the texture of your scalp and the general condition of it and how it may impact your hair, okay? Great. So I'm just going to touch your head now, alright? Okay. How does that feel? It's quite nice. That's good. Like I said, part of what we try to do here, as well as a treatment and a consultation, is aimed at relaxation as well. So it's not unusual for it to feel good. Okay. I don't see any signs of dandruff or any kind of particular dryness when it comes to, skin flakiness or anything like that. I don't see anything detaching from your hair. And like I said, the quality of your hair is very good. Yeah. How often do you get it cut? Okay. Just going to have a look. Get up and have a look at your scalp a little bit, alright? Just stay in your seat there and just going to have a closer look at your hair. Okay. So, I would say other than dryness, is there anything else that's bothering you? No. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I think the general condition of your hair is very good. And you have very healthy skin when it comes to your scalp as well. Okay. So, I think I'm starting to get an idea of the type of hair that you have here. So let me remove my gloves and we will do a short consultation for you. So tell me, how do you normally treat your hair? What is your hair care routine day to day? Okay. Yep. Alright. Yeah. No, that all sounds very normal. Nothing out of the ordinary whatsoever. Okay. So So let me go through a few of our routine questions with you right now, and then I'll be able to give you a bit more information about what we can do. Okay, so how many times a week do you wash your hair? Every day. Okay, and hold on, let me just get the right form. 1 second. I have quite a few forms here that we use for different types of occasions. There we go. Let's get rid of these for now. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so you said every day. So that would be 7 times a week. And what happens in between washes? So let's say, when was the last time you skipped a wash? Yeah, while traveling. That's a great example. So what happens when you skip a wash? I understand. Okay, great. And tell me, when you wash your hair, what shampoo do you use? And do you use conditioner as well? No, okay. Alright. And when you dry your hair, how do you dry it? Do you use a hair dryer? Any styling tools? Hair dryer. And do you apply any heat protective type of sprays or products to your hair? No. Okay. How often would you say you heat treat your hair? So any particular styling tools like hair curlers or hair straighteners? Okay. Alright. And you said you started experiencing the hair dryness about 7 months ago, is that right? Okay. Great. Okay. So I think I got a pretty good idea of what some of the things that may be going on and some of the things that are related to your hair in particular. I have a few particular questions about your nutrition and general health, okay? In general, can you rate your health from 1 to 10? So 1 being very poor, perhaps in treatment or suffering from a particular condition, and 10 being absolutely great, energetic, and very vital all the time. Okay. And why would you say that is? A bit of tiredness and prone to colds. Okay. And walk me through your nutrition in a week. How many times a week would you say you eat fresh fruit or vegetables? Okay. And is that at home or? Great. How many glasses of water do you drink in an average day? Okay. All right. Okay. I'm just taking some notes here to take you through. Makes sense. No, absolutely, I hear you. It's not easy to always remember to drink water. I can understand that. Okay. And how many hours of sleep do you get on an average day? And you travel for work? All right. Okay, so I think I'm getting quite a good idea of some of the reasons that could be leading to your hair dryness. All right. So do you mind if I just grab your hair again? Yeah. So if you have a look at your hair here, generally it is quite strong. Yeah, and it does have a shine to it, a very healthy shine. And I think in general, your hair is in good condition. But one of the things that I'm seeing here is that it tends to be a lot healthier toward the ends than it is toward the scalp. So what that tells me is normally we see the exact opposite situation, okay? That's because hair at the ends tends to be heat treated, chemically treated. But as I can see, you don't dye your hair. and you don't heat style it very often either, and that's showing through the vitality and health of your hair in general. But it looks like perhaps the period of stress that you're talking about and the lack of sleep may be affecting the hair a little bit in more recent months, and we're seeing that in the hair growth closer to your scalp. And even though the skin in your scalp is pretty healthy, I'm seeing a little bit of dryness there too. So in general, I think some very easy to implement solutions that I can have for you right away is definitely increase the amount of water that you're drinking. So I think 2 to 3 glasses a day is not enough at all. So you definitely want to drink more than that. Ideally 6 to 8, closer to 8 glasses a day. Yeah. Well, some of the things you could do for that is, for example, you could buy a large water bottle, fill it up in the morning, and leave it on your desk throughout the day, and it's a very easy visual measure of how much water you've drunk, and try to drink the entire water bottle per day throughout the day. Okay? Yes, there are also iPhone apps and different kinds of tricks and different tips that you can do or applications that you can install, but try to maybe experiment with a few of those, see what works for you. We don't want to necessarily change your routine too much, but just find something that works, okay? Another thing that you could do is try to increase the amount of fruit and vegetables you consume. I know you're busy and cooking's not always an option, but you can buy some pre-packed fruit and vegetables to snack on. Alternatively, look into speaking to your general practitioner about some vitamins. Okay? Now, in terms of your hair in particular, I think a few easy things that we can look into. First of all, you've mentioned that you don't use hair conditioner. That's something that can certainly help replenish some of the moisture in your skin. I also have a recommendation for a shampoo for you and a mask that you can make at home. Okay, so let's have a look at some of these products. In terms of the shampoo that I recommend, this is a very good, inexpensive shampoo that we recommend to our customers, and this is the Garnier Ultimate Blends shampoo, and it's for dry hair. It has coconut and cocoa butter in it, and it helps to correct dry and frizzy hair. Now, your hair is not too frizzy, so you may want to experiment with this and see how well it works for you, but generally, the shampoo is very good for your exact condition. Okay? Do you want to give it a smell as well? It's an absolutely gorgeous scent. Yeah. Smells a bit like a dessert, so you'll get compliments about that throughout the day. So that's the first product that I would recommend. In terms of conditioner, I have 2 options for you that could work. One is your more natural, more organic solution. The other one is very readily available. So the first one is the Weightless Hydration Coconut Water Conditioner, and this is from a company that used to be called Organics, but now they go by OGX. You can see here. This shampoo is very good because it replenishes and rejuvenates dehydrated hair, but it does it in a way that's very weightless, so it's not going to weigh down your hair. I wouldn't recommend you to go with the conditioner that comes with this shampoo because your hair is not as dry or as sort of thick and frizzy that I would want necessarily for that particular conditioner. So what you do with this is you apply the conditioner generously through your hair, and you start with your roots, work through the ends, leave it for 3 to 5 minutes in your case, and then wash it off. And the scent goes very well. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Coconut goes very well with the other shampoo. The other option that I have is Kind Natured, and it's a rosemary and mint conditioner. And this is good because it's free from a lot of different harmful ingredients that sometimes we see in hair products and in cosmetic products in general. And it's 97% organic and, natural. And this is very nice because it combines a zesty blend of rosemary and with mint as well, and it brings you kind of a volumizing and conditioning treatment to your hair, and it's also very nice in the morning because it does wake you up very, very well. So it helps you to add a bit of thickness to your hair while conditioning your hair as well. Now what I would recommend with either one of these is if you use them with this shampoo that I recommended to you, what you could do is actually, this is a thing that's been going on for the last couple of years. You could apply the conditioner to your hair first and use quite a generous amount, and then actually shampoo your hair after as a second step. So it let the conditioner sit in there, and it will protect the ends of your hair while you focus the shampoo on the roots and on the first half of your hair. Okay, so naturally when you wash your hair afterwards and you let the water trickle down, the shampoo will still touch the ends of your hair, and it will cleanse the ends of your hair from the conditioner, so it won't be sticky or heavy, but it will allow your hair to get a bit of protection. Okay, so that way you're balancing both of the volumizing, conditioning qualities and also the cleansing qualities. Okay, now as I said before as well, please do keep using this hairbrush that we will give you today, because it is very, very good at distributing any oils throughout your hair, throughout your locks. And finally, I have 2 more products to recommend to you. In fact, I may not recommend this one. I'll definitely recommend to you a heat protecting treatment. This one in particular is from Toni & Guy, which is a salon quality heat protection mist. Very, very important to use this when you're drying your hair. I know that you're not necessarily using heating and styling tools as much, but when you do, definitely use this as well. This is very, very good because what it does is it makes sure that by the time any heat touches your hair, it's protected from the inside. So I'll read to you exactly what it says here. Heat protection mist conditions and helps protect hair against damage as you heat style up to 230 Celsius, which is 446 Fahrenheit, for a soft and smooth finish. And before heat styling, you spray evenly over damp hair. Okay, so when your hair is still damp, and comb through. Top up in between blow drying and straightening by spritzing over dry hair. To complete your look and define your style, you can use the rest of their styling products. Okay, so very, very important. If you are drying your hair with a blower dryer and then you want to curl or straighten it, you need to apply more of this on top. Okay, great. How does this sound so far? Yeah? Definitely recommend a hair conditioner. You don't need to go with those in particular, but that's what I would recommend. But really introducing a hair conditioner step into your routine would be very beneficial for your dry hair. Okay, last thing I would recommend to you actually for your general health. You mentioned that you suffer from colds and you're susceptible to catching bugs. These are Echinacea Supplements, and these are natural supplements that contain Echinacea extract. Echinacea is a plant, as you can see here. There's a picture of the flower. There are many studies about Echinacea, but we tend to believe that it is very beneficial for your general immune system function. So it helps you to battle any kind of exposure to germs or general, weak immune system symptoms that you might encounter. The only trick with this is you do have to take it absolutely every day. So it's recommended you begin with 2 tablets 2 to 3 times a day when you begin. And then when you feel a little bit better, you can go down to 1 tablet a day. And you can also increase the amount you take if you do have a cold or you're not feeling quite well. What does this have to do with your hair? Sure. So the reason this is related to your hair is because our bodies are very clever. And whenever our immune system is suffering or nutritionally we have a deficiency, it will take away and deprioritize any nutrients or any good substances from going to areas of the body that are not as important. So your hair can suffer very much in that process because your body will redistribute anything good inside of it to the rest of your body, which we definitely want when we're unhealthy. The hair should definitely not be a priority. However, it does tend to impact the look of our skin, our hair, and our nails, and so on. So by helping our immune system from the inside, by consuming better nutrients, by drinking water, by taking supplements like this, we can help our body feel better from the inside. And then we also supplement that with things like hair treatments, shampoo, and so on. Okay, makes sense? Yeah, I understand that it's not an easy change to make to your routine, but all of these things working together will help. Now, the last thing before I let you go that I want to recommend is a very easy hair mask that you can do at home. So on the weekend, what I want you to do is just take a bowl, take a little bit of honey, take an egg yolk, and take a little bit of olive oil, roughly equal parts. You mix it all together, apply it to the whole of your head, and cover with a shower cap and a towel on top, and let it warm with your natural body heat for however long you have really, but between 5 to 15 minutes to a minimum. If you can keep it there for 20 to 30 minutes, that's even better. And what it will do, it's a very inexpensive, very easy way to put in oils, fatty acids, some vitamins, and some proteins in your hair. And you will see a magnificent improvement to the elasticity and also the suppleness of your hair. Okay? Yeah. So, as I said, we do sell some of these products in the front. So if you'd like to do that today, feel free. You're absolutely not required to make any purchase. You've already paid for your visit, so no need to worry about that. And you also get a 20% discount on any of those products today, and a 50% discount if you make 2 or more appointments for a future consultation. And that can be across our hair or our skin dermatology or our relaxation treatments as well. Okay, great. So do you have any questions for me? No? Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming in. It's truly wonderful to meet another friend of the family, as I say. And I hope that we were able to help you today to shed some light on the dryness that you're experiencing in your hair and what you can do about it. And hopefully your hair will feel much better very soon and give you a lot of joy and confidence. Thank you so much for coming. See you soon.